CrossFit Lakeway, this is going to be your warm-up for today. So first things first, as usual, go out for 5 minutes and move so that you get your heart rate up and you get a little bit of sweaty. This time though, I am going to say that you have some running, some sprinting in the WOD, so if you can, go run instead. If you're going to sub that sprint for a sprint on the rower or a sprint on the bike, then you can go ahead and do those as your 5-minute warm-up. All right, after that, you've got 3 rounds to do. The first thing you will be doing is a 1-minute pillar hold with hand reaches. So get in the push-up position, hands under the shoulder, feet outside the shoulders, and then for 1 minute, I'm gonna lift one arm up, reach for the sky or for the wall in front of me, and then set it back down, and then transition to the other side. So I'm just gonna keep rotating. My goal is to get my bicep to meet with my ear while keeping my shoulders squared to the ground. So don't let your shoulders rise up like this. That's not correct. That wide base with those feet is gonna help keep you stabilized as you raise your arms up. And of course, make sure you're keeping the belly tucked and you're squeezing through the glutes. So that's your 1-minute pillar hold with a hand reach. The next thing you're gonna do is just pick an imaginary line and you're gonna do some lateral hops for me. Nice and big lateral hops. You're gonna do 40, count every single rep. After that, you're gonna get down. Here you go. Put your feet in line with your shoulders, heels close to your butt, hands at a 45. And then you're gonna arch your hips up and squeeze the butt. Hold for 2 seconds, come back down. You will do 10 reps there on hip raise. All right, the next thing you're gonna do are some arm swings. So you're gonna go for 20 seconds, and across the 20 seconds, you're gonna get faster and faster and faster. Accelerating arm swings, kind of like the accelerating high knees we did yesterday, day before, one of those days. Okay, you're gonna do 20 seconds here, seated position, so get tall, lengthen your spine by sending your head to the roof, drive your knees into the ground, strong dorsiflexion. You need to maintain this throughout the whole movement and make sure you're tight through here. Cheek to cheek with the arms, getting faster and faster through 20 seconds. That's the first round. On the second round, right here, lunge position. So feet outside the shoulders, toes forward, and then I'm tight through here. 20 seconds here, 20 seconds here on the second round. On the third round, get up into an athletic stance, so feet outside the shoulders, toes forward, slight bend in the knees, hips slightly back, chest up, and you're gonna go 1 set here of 20 seconds. All right, that's your warm-up for today. Have a good one. Oh, hey there. Just getting some curls in for those girls. You know, even though you're in quarantine, still got to get a good pump on. All right, let's talk strength though. So today you have 4 rounds, not for time, and it's gonna be superset. So the first thing you're gonna do are seated dumbbell press. So go ahead and get my whole kernel corn dumbbells here. All right, so the same seated position that we found in the warm-up for our arm swings, same thing. So I'm gonna get tall, I'm gonna lengthen my spine, I'm gonna drive my knees down into the ground in strong dorsiflexion. From here, I can actually pick up my dumbbells if I need to, and then I'm strict pressing from there. Notice I have a neutral grip, so my palms are facing towards each other. I'm not out here in this position. So elbows in tight, palms facing each other, full extension all the way back down so the dumbbells are touching my shoulder. If you don't have dumbbells like me, I got a kettlebell. You can use kettlebell and take it from this front rack position to up overhead. So you can do that there. If you don't have that, there are plants. Use a box, fill it with stuff, a bag, take something up overhead and press it for 21 reps. Immediately following that, you're gonna go into a handstand hold as long as possible. So for me, I have a nice wall here that I can go ahead and kick up into and hold as long as possible. If you don't have that, your other option would be to get into a plank position and hold here as long as possible. Elbows underneath the shoulders, and then my feet are outside the shoulders. Make sure the belly's sucked in, and you're squeezing through the glutes. So again, you have 4 rounds, 21 strict press, and then as long as possible hold on either the handstand hold or the plank hold. Okay, let's talk about the WOD. So you have 6 rounds of 21 lateral hops, 100-meter sprint, max hollow rocks, and then a 1-minute rest. I actually need you to warm up before we do this because you're sprinting. So you're going to do 2 40-yard sprints, accelerations up to 60%. Then you're going to do 2 60-yard sprints at 70%, and then 2 60-meter sprints again at 80 on the first one and 90% on the second one. Listen, I say this all the time, you are your own commander. I don't know how warmed up you are or how your legs are feeling based on what you've done the days prior. So if you're not ready to go up in percentage-wise of your max, then don't go up. Take an extra set at a lower percentage of your max, and then go up after that, all right? But let's get back to the WOD. So you've got 6 rounds. The first thing are the lateral bounds. They're actually not lateral hops. We did hops in the warm-up. So on this one, you need a pretty wide area to do this. So I'll show it kind of modified here. But anyways, you're always toes forward. I'm gonna hop as far as I can laterally onto this foot, and then hop back over onto the other one. And you're doing 21 of these, jumping out as far as you can, keeping those toes forward. Count each rep. All right, then you have a 100-meter sprint. We did a bunch of arm swings to get us ready for this in the warm-up, but you gotta make sure you're using those arms, big arms as you're sprinting. Make sure you're looking where you're going, not down at the ground, and then make sure you're going toe up, knee up as you're sprinting through. After that, you're gonna do hollow rocks. So here you go, you're gonna lay down on the ground, arms up overhead. Get into a ready position, so hold the hollow hold position, get your lower back on the ground, legs are straight, point those toes, plantar flexion, arms up overhead, and rock. Shoulders come up, hips come up. It's supposed to be a small rock. If you're finding you're doing the big rock like this, and your legs are bent and you're going like this, and you can feel your back isn't staying or your lower back isn't staying on the ground, you can do the progression series. So put your feet by your butt like you're about to do a bridge, and your hands at your side. I need you to crunch up, trying to touch your toes so your shoulder blades come off the ground, and then lift your feet up. From here, extend one, bring it in, extend the other, maybe go for both, hold out, try to keep the lower back on the ground, bring it back in, switch, back out. And you'll do that for as long as possible, alternating through all those different things, trying to challenge yourself by keeping that lower back on the ground. All right, and then after that, you have a 1 minute of rest. All right, have a great workout.